Oh no, I've lost control again. Well, it's finally happened. The more sails or engines we have, the faster we go, up to seemingly unlimited. So the game probably isn't going to like what's about to happen. So by default, the raft moves very, very slowly. The first problem naturally we run into is steering. As much as I love destroying my raft on islands, we need to be able to maneuver. And also put my steering wheel the right way, just like that, we're maneuverable. And we need to understand which way the wind is going. That way when I add multiple sails, we'll see our speed increase ever so slightly. But we're not at a very exciting point yet. If I fall off the raft, I can swim right back to it. Where's the fun in that? If I try and throw a llama off the side, he just lands right on the raft. So we have to manually place them in the water. Luckily, he's got an island nearby. Okay, but here's where it starts to get fun. We have what's called a sail speed multiplier. So if I turn that up to say 2, that's going to pick up our speed just a little. But it would be a shame to change the speed without the torque, so that's also going to 2. And it's quicker, but it's still not at the point where the raft outruns us. If we change it to say 5, however, then suddenly the raft outruns us, and if we fall off, we get left behind forever to die in the ocean. So now it's just a matter of sort of fine-tuning this project and scaling it up a little bit. And I'm getting a little caught up here on additive motor speed. There's nothing for sails, and that's okay. Sails are for stupid people. We're going for motors. I don't think the wind is going to factor much against my super motors. So long, garbage. And the rest of the garbage I accidentally added into my backpack. The llama could probably fashion a raft out of those and use it to thrive. So I'm going to give myself just a few engines to start with, then we can see exactly what we're getting into. I kind of forgot we need to feed these thirsty idiots, but that's alright because I've got a source for that. Pure biofuel, made out of the most innocent of turtles. So we're cruising along at basic speed. We're going to change the direction so they're going forward. And then once we turn them on, yeah, we're moving again. We're moving quite quickly already, and that's just 2 basic engines. So were I to fall off now, I can't even swim to the surface before the raft gets away. They seem to have thwarted my ability to throw llamas off the raft, so it's going to be a little bit hard to judge just how fast it is we're going. But I'm not willing to concede defeat just yet. There's got to be a point at which I can launch the llamas somewhere off the raft. I basically designed a plank to throw animals off of, but I need something to gauge my speed. I don't think the menu thing works. Still having trouble getting this to work, so it's going to be a little bit of a work in progress. But I'm sure for now the llama will happily enjoy his new home. Anyways, what we need is a little bit more room for a couple more engines. I don't know how much space they need, but I know the more tiles I have, the more drag I have. So we'll just start squeezing a few of these on, and these really take up a little bit more room than I was expecting. And we need to manually fuel each and every one of these. I could probably make an auto system, but we'll see about that. How did you get down? Alright, well this is going to be worth it. Llama, get in the water. And oh, I just made it back. The llama is off to a better life. I've also added a nice easy keybind so that when I want to toggle all the engines on and off, I can. Though I should probably put them all in the same direction. So now we're going to have the power of 5 engines putting us in one direction, which is going to make us go a little bit quicker again. And already this is way quicker than you could naturally go. And it's only going to get so much worse. They float now. I cannot defeat the llamas, but I can defeat physics, and that's all that really matters. So going along this quick, even if we turn, it's not that reactive, but we're going awfully fast. But since all the engines naturally spawn in this direction, let's just build that direction to save myself probably several hours of effort, which means we're going to be steering this direction from now on. So I'm going to build that way so I can see where I'm going. And I think I'm going to have to increase the build speed of the hammer because that's not going to fly. I've changed the tool speed and I'm not sure it really helped, but as long as I can walk forward and do this, I'm okay with it because I've just got oodles of time on my hands. What would actually make a lot of sense right now is increasing my movement speed, because despite the fact that we're on a raft, I feel like I'm going to use my legs a lot running back and forth across this thing, placing engines and also fueling them, which I already hate. But already it's pretty remarkable. The best part is that's only 16 engines. We could probably get thousands on here. So let's hit the gas and see how fast we get going. All the engines are stacking their speed together, so we're moving pretty quick. Even the bird has entered the matrix. 16 engines makes us this quick. We could probably add 1,000 more and also increase the power of each and every engine too. So something's going to break today. Whether it's my brain, the game, or my computer, something's not going to be happy. So I'm going to start the engine right now. We're going to throw something overboard just to see how quickly it disappears. It blinks away. I guess they really are very fuel efficient because we go 1,000 miles an hour. So we get to where we're going without burning any fuel. So if you need me, I'm going to be hammering things into the water for an hour. 50. I want 50 engines. I don't know how far I've gone. So we're going to work our way back the other way before we walk into an island. Just realized how big the engines are, so I don't know if that's room for 50. And I think we've somehow run into an island despite the fact we're not really moving. We've definitely hit an island, and I placed 44 engines on my raft. And to get away from the island, I just need to turn the engines on for a sec, and then it scoots away. Now it's officially 51. Does anyone want a job fueling engines endlessly? My llama's looking a little wilted, but that's okay. Chin up, little buddy, because we have the power of 50 engines all pulling in the same direction, so we're getting faster and faster. I'm sure the llama absolutely loves this. Let's throw something overboard to see exactly how quick we're going, and... wait. Oh, we hit an island. Not exactly what I wanted to happen. Let's go this way. Perfect. We can unhook from the island. Changing direction might be a bit of a problem. Okay, go. Zoom. So this would actually make playing the game a lot quicker because you would get to your objective pretty fast. Even once you turn the sails off, you drift so far just from momentum. I also think it would make a little more sense to be a little bit up higher so we can see more of our surroundings as we go around at light speed. This will work a little better. We'll be able to see more into the distance where we're driving, and we can look back at all of our mighty engines. Also, this thing is starting to depress me, so we're going to go ahead and give him a drink. Then we're going to point the raft gracefully away from that island, and then say goodbye to him, despite the fact he's already pretty much over there, but he's gone again. Yeah, you get a little bit more of the feel of the speed from up here. All those engines pulling in the same direction. Even when I turn them off, we drift this far. To make this idea a little bit quicker and less painful, I've increased my movement speed as well. So when I need to get to the end of my raft, it only takes me 20 seconds currently instead of like 4 minutes. But this will make a colossal difference when it comes to simply building the raft and navigating. The next thing we need to do is set up a receiver so I can see where our objectives are, which super annoyingly means I need to set up antennas, and I put the receiver in a really dumb spot. But that's kind of why I'm here, for really stupid building projects. So I think if I put one receiver there, it doesn't like it because it's the wrong altitude. And there we go, antenna 1 is fixed. Antenna 2 has a home over there, and there we go. It turns out the island we're looking for is 300 meters that way. So let's see how quickly it takes us to get to this island. It's 330 meters away, and we're there. It really works well when you got 50 engines pushing you along. Then we just gotta very slowly make our way to the top of the island, to where we find this fun little party. But we can sell stuff to them, and that brings us to the very top of the island, where we can very clearly see our very long raft. Alright, we've got 1620 meters to our next island. It's going to be a little bit hard to steer it out of here, considering it only wants to go one direction very quickly. Oh wait, the wind is in our favor, so we're in luck. I'm actually worried we're going to hit an island somewhere over there that I can't see, despite the fact we're touching this island. We're turning towards the island. I think we need a little bit of engine power to help us get there. Oh, maybe a bit too much. We got to be very careful with our steering. We wouldn't want to miss that island. That looks pretty good, so the island is 1360 meters that way. Let's turn on the engines. Now it's 1200 meters, 1100, 1000, there's 800. Oh, there's another island in the way. So we'll just gracefully kind of steer around that one. Goodbye island. I had to turn the engines off. We're going too quick. Like, I'm going to miss this island entirely if I don't correct. Like, we're going to... Where are we going? I think we're caught on an island. We're just give that little correction. We got to use it in burst, but there's the island. That's how quick it is to take us from one spot to the next. Whoa, easy now. Like, it's so stupidly hard to control this thing. Anyways, we'll drop the anchor there and then parkour our way to the top of this place, which is a little bit harder than it has to be when you're moving quicker than you're supposed to be. I also found a living person. Once again, it's not hard to find where we parked the raft. But before moving on to our next destination, quick little building project. I want to double the engines from 50 to 100, which in theory means we'll go twice as fast. We keep walking past the end of our planks because the game isn't loving this. But it's all worth it for the amazing speed we're about to encounter. And all of the raft I just laid out got me halfway to my goal, which makes for a lot of engines so far. And just kind of a really, really long raft in general. But back to the fun part of hammering wood onto the ocean. Oh boy, more engines. And I can't wait to fuel each and every single one of these individually. I was short by three more engines, and we'll have the full 100 powering us. And there it is, officially 100 engines. And soon they'll all even have fuel. And for some reason, they're all turning on now suddenly when I put fuel in them. So that's fun. Now I have to click twice for every engine, so this takes twice as long as it has to. But that's okay. What else do I possibly have to do with my very precious time? I mean, I'm just kidding. I've literally got nothing better to do. All the engines are officially fueled. And in case you're wondering just how long this raft is, it just keeps going and going and going and going. Even at very high speed, you just endlessly run. But it does make for a pretty impressive looking raft. I'll give it that. And we've officially broken something because there's like an engine handle or my arms or something floating in front of me. So I'm not sure what we did there, but that's kind of fun. Anyways, shall we see how fast it is? There's the island we were just at. And there it goes. And it's gone. And now we're moving at light speed in this direction. Not sure where we're going yet, but we can see the island scooting past us pretty quick. There's another quest island to our right. We can try and squeeze over to it, but it's a little hard to... Oh, wait. Almost had it. There. Okay, dead ahead. Perfect. And are we there? I turned off the engine and we like circled the globe and ran back into our own island again, which actually makes me wonder if that's how it works. I've never tried that before. So if we point ourselves, say, in more or less a straight line here and just kind of let the raft do its thing, do we circle back around to it? So it's already off the map. We're 1,500 meters away, 2,000. Yep, it kind of circles back. We're actually kind of circling the globe by doing this. We're just doing it in a couple of seconds because we're extraordinarily fast. There it is. There it goes. We can still do much better. So let's put another row straight down here. Can feel the game starting to cry just a little bit on the inside. So if I put engines roughly to here, that should double the amount we have now for double the speed and about 200 engines in total. It takes so long just to place the floor panels, and the engines take longer. I'm going to try and incorporate my auto clicker here just so I can go like this. That kind of works. Yeah, this is better. It's still going to take a long time. I've got to put 100 of these down and then fuel them. So while we're waiting, tell me about other stupid things I can accomplish down in the comments. Oh, I can do it at light speed. I'm going to fall off the raft at some point, but I can do it at light speed. Oh, this changes everything. Plus, I went a little bit overboard with the number of engines I placed. We actually placed a little over 200, which I'm sure lots of people are going to complain about in the comments. And you get fuel, and you get fuel, and you get fuel, and you get fuel. There's probably a mod or command to do this, but I like to feel the burn. I found a slightly quicker way to do it, where I can just kind of go along like this. I only have the W key and press E. I think I'm getting them. Alright, in case you've ever wondered what a raft with 200 engines on it looks like, it's something like this. And each one of those makes the raft faster. They all stack their little power together. I can't wait to see how fast this thing goes. Plus, this is starting to get stressful because I know at some point the game is not going to load in should the game crash. But until that happens, let's go full speed ahead. So there goes the thing. We've just zoomed past an island. There's another island coming up and we're inside of it. Oh, this isn't going to go super well. Oh no, I fell off my raft. I think I might have lost my raft. Well, maybe not. It seems to be kind of tunneling its way under the island. I didn't realize I built a tunnel boring machine. Just as planned. I am absolutely inside my island. So I'm going to see if I can kind of wiggle my way out of here with a little horsepower. There we go. The game absolutely loves this. So, whoops. Okay, we're turning a little bit. Okay, back to straight, dummy. All right, I think I've got myself stuck on or in or around an island. Wait, I don't know what... Okay, there we are. We're back to business. Okay, stop. It's really, really hard to control a raft that's this long because I think I'm snaking islands constantly. Full speed ahead. Okay, wiggle off the island. We can do... There we go. Hit another island. I don't know what we're caught on. Okay, we seem to be back to freedom again, so full speed ahead. Watch the island zoom by. Look how quick everything is. Oh, there's an island. Wait, there it goes. It's so quick that the game doesn't know how to react to it. I don't think the islands spawn in time until we're inside of them. Luckily for us, we're still not done here because we can still modify the torque and speed for each one of those motors. So just by going like this, each one of those motors gives twice as much speed, which means the raft actually goes twice as fast as it just was. So depending on how stuck on the islands we are, we'll pull the anchor up. There's like a little floating raft stuck in my route. Whatever. Okay, twice as fast. Go. Okay, I might have just broken the game entirely because we're not moving at all this way. There we go. I think we're probably stuck on an island. Or maybe actually this thing. That thing might have us stuck. Why does everything have to get in the way of my obnoxiously big raft? I'm just going to go take a look to make sure there's not anything else stuck in it or an island like this. Well, yeah, that's probably the problem right there. My raft has an island in it. Or my island has a raft in it. Pretty sure it's nothing a little horsepower won't take care of. Using the power of multiplication, we're off again. I think we're still stuck in the island, but when we turn at least you can... No, we might be free now. Nope, we're still very stuck in the island and we're going to get stuck in another one if we're not careful. Are we moving again? I think we were moving. I think we're just... It's hard to even see when we're moving. We're so fast you literally can't comprehend it. What's another one of these idiots? Okay, I've reloaded the game to see if that would... There we go. Now we're moving. Everything is just blinking past. I saw an island for a sec. Yeah, those are going by pretty quick. But we're not done yet, damn it. We've got more to go. The game is actively hiccuping more and more and more. Like, it's starting to get really hard to build things like this. I think I understand why. I'm not sure Raft was intended to be used this way. So this will add another 100. But also, I'm not going to use engines this time. We're going to do sails. And there's going to be a lot more than 100. Sails are going to add a lot of power. Plus, they're just going to take up a lot less room. Given how much the game is struggling already, this will be fun. Now I know there's a bit of a science to how to do this, just like that. Ooh, we're going a little lopsided, but we're placing a lot of sails in a hurry. So this is just going to add a lot of speed to my raft that already doesn't need any speed. It hasn't for quite some time. One engine was more than enough. 200 is lots plus the sails. That's actually alarming in itself, considering we're placing sails this quickly and we're still running across the raft. There we go. So now we're harnessing the power of oil and wind. And we're actually not oriented terribly for the wind. I'm going to try and pull the anchor up and orient with the wind if I can, though the game is really struggling to do things right now. For example, I'm having trouble putting myself into the wind, but I suppose it doesn't matter because we can set the sail power to whatever we want. I just remembered, I'm not sure this sails stack, so that might have been completely idiotic of me. The important thing is there's a lot of sails on a raft and they're going to get like a 10 times multiplier. And then we're going to lift the anchor to see what the sails themselves can do for us. All right, the sails push us along pretty good, but they don't stack like the engines. So let's drop the anchor a sec. Then let's try sail speed and torque 1000. Then we're gonna lift the, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. This isn't even with the power of the engines. We'll turn those on too. There we go. I don't know how quick we're going, but it's quick enough we're blinking through islands. All right, let's try and wiggle off this one. We're gonna spin around for a sec. As much as there's the problem. We're just circling an island at this point. Okay, we gotta go the other way. And I can't even get to my steering wheel. Oh wait, there's an island. Oh god, this is actually making me nauseous. Like great. Okay, we'll go this way then, and that way. I think this is too much speed. Okay, so I've dropped the anchor for a sec, turned the engines off, because now I'm kind of curious at what point things break. So engine power was at 2, it's now at 1000, sail torque is going to go up to whatever that is, and yep, I think the game is probably going to love this. I think I can already tell by the way it's wiggling this bad and the anchor is down. So let's raise the anchor. I don't know what's happening. I'm not doing this. I don't know what's happening. Everything's leaving me. Wait, where's my steering wheel? Oh, this is making me so dizzy. I have completely broken the game. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I am flying somewhere above the ocean. I don't know where my raft went. I don't know where everything went. It just broke. So I guess we found the limit of how much speed you can add. But that did kind of have me wondering a little bit. What if you just have a nice little maneuverable raft with one ridiculously powerful engine? Okay, it just broke again. I don't know what I did, but it broke. Okay. Back on a nice little maneuverable raft. So this is an engine at its most basic. No frills, it moves along pretty quickly, nice and maneuverable. So then a torque motor multiplier of 5 and a speed multiplier of 5 looks something like this, and that's definitely way faster than you can go in game. Not outrageous though. This would actually be a pretty good speed for just kind of playing and collecting lots of garbage. So then what about 25 and 25? That should be a pretty good step up. Yep, this is starting to get to the point where things are getting a little ridiculous, but we can still go so much further. It's so much easier on a little raft. And it's kind of fun to drift around the islands like this. It's still perfectly controllable, but if we get close to an island, it would be hard to land. And the stupidest part, this is all from a single engine, which is now as 100 times multiplier. So this is probably going to start to get to the point where things maybe break. Nope, they're not breaking, but they're very quick. I think the game handles it a lot better when it's not an obnoxiously big raft. And when it's a small little raft, you can just paddle your way out of adventures. But I do like this. Speed 100 is very fun and will get you to where you're going in a hurry. Does 500 break the game? That should be in theory 5 times as fast again or something. I'm not sure how they calculate that, but it's awfully fast. The islands don't spawn in anymore at this point. The garbage does. We're going backwards more than we're going forwards. Yeah, 500 is probably the point where things kind of start to get ridiculous. So naturally we need to escalate a little further. Let's try double that, 1000. Don't worry, I saw that too. Ready, set, go. Okay, that thing disappeared in a hurry. At 1000, the garbage doesn't spawn in anymore. Nothing spawns in anywhere. It's just open ocean. And if I throw something in the water, as soon as it touches, I've already looped it around the world. Even when we turn off the engines, we still drift so quickly until we come to a stop 10 minutes later. All right, let's try 10,000. This might just be the point at which the game breaks. No, we're still somehow surviving with this, I guess because our raft isn't huge, but that would make you really motion sick really quick. Oh no, I've started turning again. You should never turn when you're going at high speeds because your raft just does this endlessly. Well, we straightened out again a bit. I saw an island for a second, but we're going so quick. Okay, what if we just had one single 0 to the end? I say that like that's not a huge gap, but you know. All right, and go. Still works. I'm impressed. You can go so fast with this mod, but sufficient to say the game's just broken to this point. There's no need to go anywhere near this fast, which is kind of the point. If I drop into the ocean, like within a frame, the raft is gone. It might come back one day, but who knows where it is already. It's thousands of miles away.